Hey everybody, this is Dr. Crawford coming to you on this video for one last time. That's because you have made it to the final week of Education 703. So I want to congratulate you, and I want to tell you you've done a great job, and you're almost there. I mean, you really are. You're almost there, and I know some of you guys are already jumped into this week's assignments. So let me take these final few minutes with you to talk about what you have to turn in this week. And obviously this is the final week where our focus is John Dewey, the great educational thinker of the 20th century. So you have a discussion board like always. But the main focus this week is your final paper, your educational philosophy paper. So let me talk to you about a few things related to that paper. Some things that you can pay attention to that will help increase your score. Some common mistakes that I've seen in previous years and previous terms even from students that have cost them points, because I want you to finish well and get the maximum score that you can. So first of all, let me just say, always read the directions, okay? I know that kind of sounds like a given and sort of trite, but it amazes me continually, even this term from some, that directions just aren't followed. So read the directions very carefully, okay? And then what you're going to want to do is produce this paper. You're going to want to have an abstract with keywords. You're going to want to have a title page. You're going to want to have a reference list. You're going to have all the various headings. Pay attention to the headings, and this is so critical, because when I grade your paper, I'm going to grade it in live text, which I will talk about in a moment. But this is a capstone paper, which means that this is a major assignment, an end assignment for a major component of your degree program. And what Liberty University does is this is a measuring stick for them that is also used for their accrediting purposes. What that means is that when I grade this, I'm grading it, unlike the other papers, this one I'm grading on an extremely strict rubric. Matter of fact, I will pull up an individual rubric for each one of you in live text. I'll go through and I'll mark, if you did excellent, or if you're proficient, or if it needs improvement, or if you didn't address it at all. That's why it's important. That's why it's critical that you include every single heading that I ask for, okay, in the instructions, because that heading is going to match a category in the rubric. Please do not get creative in this paper. This is not a paper to be creative in, okay? Don't make up your own headings. Don't take the headings that we give you and reword them. Use the same plain Jane, boring headings that we give you. Just do it like we ask you to do it. That makes the grading very easy, and it absolutely ensures that you're covering all the material we're asking for, and of course what that means is your grade will be elevated. So the number one problem I see with students in terms of poor grades on this assignment is they just simply ignore. Every term I'll get papers, it'll just be one sheet after another of prose with zero subdivisions and headings in the paper at all whatsoever. Well, at that point, I mean, the grade's going to plummet, at least 2-letter grades, so because you're not addressing what's being asked for. So I don't have any leeway on that. I have to do it the way Liberty asks me to do it. They're under the authority of our accrediting agency. Everybody answers to somebody. So the first, I guess you could say, the first place the buck stops between you along the path is with me. So do it like we ask you, and you'll do fine. Okay. So let me also point out one area that's very important. This is an educational philosophy paper, okay? So worldview and philosophy are really important components to this paper, and as you look through the instructions, you'll note that I ask specifically that you address metaphysics, axiology, and epistemology. So where I see students get in trouble in those particular sections of the paper is under worldview and in their philosophy of learning sections, is they just simply don't talk about epistemology, axiology, or metaphysics. I'm going to be looking for those words very specifically to see that you address them. So you'll lose points if you don't address those by name. So pay attention to that, please, as well. So you follow the directions, you're going to do fine. Now let's talk about presenting the paper to me. This is a unique assignment in that you're going to have to give it to me twice. Okay, I know it sounds like it's redundant, but it's just the way we have to do it. You'll note in the weekly assignment, or excuse me, the weekly announcements that I posted, that it's really clear about this. So listen to me. You will have to upload your paper, your final paper, 2 times. Okay, you'll upload it once into SafeAssign. Now SafeAssign is it's within Blackboard, so if you upload the paper through the given link within Blackboard, that's Safe Assign. That'll go automatically to Safe Assign. I have to have the paper uploaded to Safe Assign because that's the way I check it for plagiarism, okay? So I got to make sure that your percentages are in line. If they're not, I got to go look at it a little closer to make sure everything's okay, all right? So don't worry. As long as you're not plagiarizing, you got nothing to worry about. But I got to check it for that, okay? The second place that you'll upload the paper is to Live Text. Now, Live Text is a contracted outside source. You all should have accounts with Live Text that have been activated. If for some reason you're new to LU and you've not done this before, or you've not activated your Live Text account, listen carefully to me. Do not, I want to repeat that, do not wait until the weekend. Do not wait until Saturday or Sunday or even Friday to activate your Live Text account and get everything working and make sure everything works well. Because there could be technical problems. I've had this happen with a handful of students through the years. I'll get a frantic email on a Sunday. My Live Text account won't work. You know, can I have a delay? Can I have an extension? The answer to that is no. Okay, the answer is no. You have to meet a midnight deadline if you want full credit for this assignment. It's not my fault if Live Text isn't working for you. It is on you. It's your responsibility to make sure it's working correctly. So you need to check that early in the week. And if there's a problem, you got to contact Live Text. That's an outside deal. I can't help you with that. You've got to contact Live Text, work out all the wrinkles, so that on Sunday or before you're ready to upload the paper. Okay. So word to the wise, right? Listen to me on this. So then you'll upload your paper to Live Text. And what I'm going to do in Live Text is actually grade it. So the grade will be generated in Live Text. It'll be recorded in Live Text. I'll also record it in the gradebook in Blackboard. So here's the deal. If you upload it to Live Text and you do not upload it to Safe Assign, you'll get a 0 on the paper. Okay? If I can't check it for plagiarism, you get a 0. If you upload it to Safe Assign and you don't upload it to Live Text, you get a 0 on the paper. Okay? Has to be uploaded both places. I had one student last term. She uploaded the paper to Live Text and she didn't upload it to Safe Assign. And man, I was immediately emailing her, and I emailed her all the way through to my final deadline that I had to post grades for Liberty's registrar. And I begged her to get in touch with me. And what was happening was, number one, she didn't pay attention to directions. Number two, she was not checking her email. Like I had asked early on in the term, you have to check your email very regularly. I mean, at this point, at the end of the term, wisdom would indicate that you should check your email daily, because if there's a problem, that's the only way I had to get a hold of you. So what ended up happening is she got a 0, and I hated that because her paper was really good. I graded it. It was awesome. And then she had to go through a really complicated appeals process, and in the end, she ended up getting a grade on the paper, but it was for a reduced grade. So really sad that happened for her, but it would have all been avoided if she had paid attention to directions, uploaded it twice like it was asked for. So just pay attention, do all that, and you'll do fine, okay? One final word. If you have anything that's late, that's not been turned in, notice the deadlines for all of that. I'm on a very strict deadline to post final grades. I'm also headed out of town for vacation. So I want to have everything done in the books by Wednesday following the conclusion of this course, which is going to be Wednesday, July 9th. So, man, most everybody that's listening to this, you guys are done great. A couple of you have had some issues that have delayed things. So now's the time to get it all in and close the books on 703, and you're going to have a great summer. So listen, you've done fine work this term, and I really appreciate it. I really do. It's been a joy to work with you. It's been a joy to interact with you, to read the materials that you've produced. And I just wish God's very best for you. I know that y'all are on a track. You're balancing and juggling life and school and family and jobs and health and all kinds of stuff. So God bless you, and may the richest blessings of heaven fall upon you as you continue to pursue your educational goals here at Liberty University. Take care.